Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Open House. My name is Dan Berg. I'll be your child's Algebra 1 teacher for the semester. A little bit about me. This is my second full year teaching at LT. I've been here for about 2.5 years now. I obtained my bachelor's degree at the University of Iowa, and now I'm trying to obtain my master's at Concordia University in Chicago. That master's degree is in tech in the classroom, so I'm excited to be able to apply what I learn into Algebra 1 this semester. I've taught Algebra 1 before, I've taught Algebra 2, and also geometry and trig pre-calc. This semester or this year, I've got 4 classes of Algebra 2 and 1 class of Algebra 1. So some things we're going to learn this year, you can see our course topics over to the left for semester 1. We've already been into exponential functions. We're actually almost done with it. We have a test coming up on the 11th. And just so you know that this course is just a semester long course. So at the conclusion, your student will move on to geometry next semester with a different teacher. Infinite Campus, our grading scale is going to look a little different than it may have in the past. We're going to have 2 big groupings. One's going to be our formative assessments, and one is going to be our summative assessments. Those summative assessments are those unit tests. That's what really makes up your student's grade. And those formative assessments are all the practice that they do inside and outside of class. We use what's called Delta Math a lot. It helps them with daily practice to go over what we've learned during that day. But we'll also be using Canvas quizzes to go over kind of what we learned for the week. So I'll pluck a couple questions from each concept. Your child will be taking that quiz and just seeing how they did for that week. Let's take a look at this syllabus just to see kind of how you're going to see grading in the gradebook. So if we go to the syllabus here, for these formative assessments and specifically Delta Math assignments, you'll see kind of a letter there. It'll be M, I, or T. If there's an M there, it just means it's missing. I don't have it. If there's an I there, it means it's incomplete. So either they answered some questions, but not all of them, or maybe they answered too many incorrect that I'd like them to try it again. And then there's the letter grade T, which you'll see a lot. That's turned in. Your student did well, or your child did well, and there's no need to continue on with that objective. So for our summative assessments, which are counted towards our overall grade, you'll see a letter grade A through F. A means that all learning targets are met. Our summatives will be broken up into individual objectives, so the student knows exactly what they're trying to obtain. B means that most of the learning targets are met. C means that some of them are met. D means they attempted to achieve the learning. And F just means I don't have any significant evidence to give them a letter grade for that. So this will always be linked to my Canvas page. So at any time you can look at this rubric to see why they scored what they did on either a formative or a summative assessment. If I go back to our slideshow here. So our test and quiz review will always have a review at least one day before our test. So when we take a test on the 11th, a couple days before that, we're going to have a test review for the full 75-minute class. Usually I extend that into the previous day before that. So we'll have like 1.5 to 2 days of review for each summative assessment. If your child is still not understanding some of the objectives, they're welcome to meet with me during VP time. That's every day at 7:45 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. That's Tuesday through Friday. So Monday is the only day that VP time is not offered. They're also welcome to meet with me after school. So 2:55 to 3:15. When they set up a VP appointment, they're welcome to email me, and they know this already. Some of them have already used this, which is great. But I'm always encouraging them to reach out and to set up VP time opportunities. They're also welcome to form a study group. I know a lot of them know each other in class. So if they're outside of class trying to do an assignment, they're welcome to work with each other. I love collaboration. It's key in this class. So our assignments will be given daily. They'll have a lot of Delta Math assignments, which they'll have time in class to do. That's where the majority of the assignments are going to come from. They'll also have a weekly Canvas quiz that covers kind of the objectives that we went over. I tried to give as much time in class as possible. Occasionally, they'll need to do a little outside of class. They can always check Canvas to see what is due that day. So especially if they miss a day, I upload videos, I upload answer keys, I upload anything that might help them catch up. If they ever don't see something on Canvas that they need, they're always welcome to reach out to me through email, and I'll try to respond and get them an answer as quickly as possible. So our retake policy for the semester is going to be on formative assessments. They can take 2 attempts. For Delta Math, sometimes they're able to take numerous attempts. For our summative assessments, though, we have 1 retake per summative. All I really require is that they're keeping up with their formatives, and then there's also going to be a retake review packet that I'd like them to complete. It's all just to get them prepared for this retake. They're allowed to take 1 retake per summative here. So if they don't do as well as they would have liked, they're welcome to take that opportunity to retake the tests. So some tips for success in my room is just staying organized, showing up to class is extremely important, and seeking help when needed. They're welcome to use that VP time. They're welcome to communicate with their classmates and ask for help there. And I also expect that they're communicating with you guys kind of about the progress in the course. And then practicing is going to be key. Keeping up with those daily assignments, keeping up with those weekly Canvas quizzes. That's going to tell them and tell me, well, you're understanding the material or not. Canvas is going to be really the central hub of where they can find everything and where you can find everything you might need on the course. So if you're ever wondering kind of what's coming up with the next unit, I try to put units at a time on Canvas. So right now the entire first unit is on there. In a couple days, you'll see the entire second unit on there. So they can always plan for those big test dates, just so they know when they're coming. They can see homework assignments on there. They'll see review answer keys. I was saying earlier, they'll see videos, calendars, anything they might need should be found on Canvas. And if they can't find it, they're welcome to email me. If you need anything from me, you're always welcome to send me an email. I'd be happy to return with a phone call or an email, whatever you prefer. So don't hesitate to reach out, and I'm looking forward to a great semester.